Hello people, what's up? How are you guys doing? I know you guys are doing amazing. This is your lovely friend Ashish, and today I'm going to teach you something that confuses a whole lot of people. You might be one of those. So today that confusion will just go away because we are going to learn different forms of gerunds. We are going to learn active and passive forms of gerunds. That's a very important topic in English. Confuses a lot of people. It's gonna be over today, right? We are going to learn it, we are going to master it. And in case you do not know what a gerund is, how do we use it, what are the verbs we use it with, guys, make sure you watch my previous lessons on gerunds. That would really help. And one more thing, do not forget to follow me on Instagram and TikTok for daily English lessons. That would really help you. So now let us kick off the lesson. So guys, there are two forms of gerunds, active form and passive form, right? Under active form, we have two types of gerunds, that are simple gerunds and perfect gerunds. Under passive form, similarly, we have two types of gerunds, simple passive gerunds and passive perfect gerunds. Alright, now let us understand all these different forms of gerunds. Alright guys, let us start with an active form. How do we form it? Very simple. It is simply first form of the verb followed by ing. V1 plus ing. Like smoking, drinking, dancing, teaching, and all the verbs ending with ing when they work as a noun, right? Alright, so we have some examples. Let's look at these examples. I enjoy talking to people. I enjoy what? Talking to people. So talking is our gerund here. Active form of a simple gerund. I enjoy what? Talking to people. It simply means I enjoy whenever I talk to people. So this talking is directly done by the subject I, right? She does not regret breaking up with Dan. She does not regret what? Breaking up with Dan. So breaking up here is a gerund, a simple form of a gerund, simple active gerund, working as an object of the verb regret. She does not regret what? Breaking up. So it's a gerund that's working as a noun, that's working as the object of the verb regret. Next example. Running improves your cardio. Running improves your cardio. And that is why a lot of athletes run a lot. So running apparently is the subject of this sentence. What improves your cardio? Running. Guys, nobody's running here. Is anybody running here? No. We're just talking about an action. So running is an action, is an activity that's working as a noun here. That's working as the subject of this sentence. What improves your cardio? Running improves your cardio. Now let us look at passive form of a simple gerund. First of all, why do we use it? We need a passive form of a simple gerund when you're not doing the action, you're receiving the action. Somebody else is doing the action onto you, right? You're just receiving the action, all right? And how do we represent it? It is being plus third form of the verb or past participle. All right, let us take some examples and understand this. I enjoy being doubted. I enjoy what? Being doubted. So being doubted is the gerund here, a passive form of a simple gerund. Now, are you doubting somebody here? No, you're not doing the action of doubting here. Somebody else is doing the action of doubting. You are just receiving it. So I can say I enjoy being doubted by people. I enjoy being doubted by my friends. All right. So you are just receiving the action of this doubting. All right. Somebody else is doing this action of doubting. You're just receiving it. And hence we need a passive form. And that is why we're using a passive form of a simple gerund. Got it? Let's look at the next example then. She regrets being married to you. She regrets being married to you. That's how you are. That's what you've done to her. She regrets being married to you. All right. She regrets what? Being married. All right. So being married is working as the object of the verb regret. All right. Now, since she's not doing the action, we are using a passive form of a simple gerund. She regrets what? Being married to you. I feel sorry for you, man. Let's look at the next example. Being booed is an awful experience. If you guys have been booed, you know it. It's an awful experience. Yes, it is. So what is an awful experience here? Being booed. So being booed is our gerund. Why are we using a passive simple gerund, not an active simple gerund? Because you are not doing the action of booing. Somebody else is doing on to you. Somebody else is booing. You're not booing. All right. Being booed. Being booed by somebody is an awful experience. All right. Let's look at the next example. Don't be scared of being judged. Don't be scared of what? Being judged. So being judged is a gerund that's working as the object of the preposition of. Don't be scared of what? Being judged by people, by your friends, by your family, by anybody, all right? Now let us understand perfect gerunds. Let us look at first active form of a perfect gerund. Why do we use it? All right. Now, when you want to refer to a time that is previous than that of the main verb, you need a perfect form of a gerund. Now, please understand the gerund is not going to work as a verb. Though it refers to a time, it does not work as a verb. You will always have a main verb in your sentence. The gerund is always going to work as a noun. So an active form of a perfect gerund looks like having plus third form of the verb. Having plus past participle. Alright. So we have some examples. Let us look at these examples. He denied having stolen any money yesterday. He denied what? Having stolen any money yesterday. So having stolen is our gerund, is our active form of a perfect gerund. He denied what? Having stolen any money. Now, the action of stealing refers to a time that is previous than that of the main verb denied. So the first action, which is stealing, happened first, then happened the second action, which is denying. All right. He denied what? An action that has already taken place. He denied having stolen any money yesterday. You can also use a simple gerund here, an active form of a simple gerund. You can do that. That would give the same meaning. I can also say he denied stealing any money yesterday. That would just give the same meaning. But a lot of people get confused. Some of the grammarians say that when you want to refer to a time that is previous than that of the main verb, always use a perfect gerund. That is true. But using a simple gerund conveys the same meaning, right? Now, using a perfect gerund for a time that is previous than that of the main verb makes it very clear, makes it evident that you're talking about the past time. Let us look at the next example. She is happy about having passed the exam. She is happy about what? Having passed the exam. So having passed is a gerund. All right. She is already passed and she is happy about that. So she is happy about an action that has already taken place. She is happy about having passed the exam. I can also say she is happy about passing the exam. That would give the same meaning. But just to be clear, just to be on a safer side, I'm going to use a perfect form of a gerund. All right. So guys, it's my piece of advice for you that if you want to be on a safer side, if you want to be technically correct, just use a perfect gerund when you want to convey a time. Using a gerund that's working as a noun that is previous than that of the main verb. Always remember this. But using a simple form of a gerund would be absolutely correct. That is just the same. Let's look at the next example. My teacher is upset about having beaten us. My teacher is upset about what? Having beaten us. So having beaten is a gerund that's working as the object of the preposition about. My teacher is upset about what? An action that had happened in the past. My teacher is upset about having beaten us. She had beaten us in the past and now she's upset about that. But guys, if I say my teacher is upset about beating us, does it give the same meaning? I think it does not. It might also mean that she is upset about beating us. She's gonna beat us and she's upset about that. She's upset that she has to beat us. So sometimes using a simple gerund might not give you the meaning that you want to convey. So if you want to refer to a time using a gerund that is previous than that of the main verb, always use a perfect gerund. Why? I've just shown you why. Now let us look at some examples of passive form of a simple gerund. And how do we guys form it? Having plus been plus third form of the verb. Having been third form of the verb. That's how we form it. Alright, let's take some examples. Example number one. He denied having been beaten. He denied what? An action which is having been beaten. He denied what? Having been beaten. Now, the reason we are using a passive form of a perfect gerund is because he is not the one that is performing this action of beating. He is receiving this. Somebody else is doing this. He denied what? Having been beaten. He denied having been beaten by me, or having been beaten by his friends, or having been beaten by anybody. Fill in the blank. He denied an action that has been performed by somebody else. He did not do it. Since he's receiving the action, we are using a passive form of a perfect gerund. Let's look at the last example. Ron is excited about having been selected for a trip. Ron is excited about what? Having been selected. He has been selected for a trip. Amazing for him. Good for him. So, having been selected is our gerund. Is he doing the action? No. Somebody else has done this, and that is why we're using a passive form of a perfect gerund. Why passive? Because somebody else is doing it. Why perfect? Because the time has already gone. Now, it is very important to use the right form of a gerund. Here, you're not going to use a simple gerund. I'm not going to say Ron is excited about selecting for a trip. No, 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 no. He's not selecting anybody. He's been selected. He's receiving the action of selection. Oh, that sounded amazing. He's receiving the action of selection, right? And that is why we need a passive form of a gerund. I can say Ron is excited about being selected for a trip. That would give the same meaning. Alright? So guys, that was about today's lesson. I hope you enjoyed watching this lesson. I hoped all the doubts that you had in your mind are gone. And now you can use all these forms of gerunds confidently. If that is true, make sure you hit the like button. If you're new to the channel, subscribe to the channel, and do one thing: share this video with all of your friends and with all the people that need it. Spread this video, spread this lesson, spread the knowledge. All right, let's do it. And if you guys have any questions, any doubts, do let me know in the comment section below. Guys, feel free to let me know. And I'll see you very soon with a new topic. Till then, keep learning, have fun. I'm out. Bye bye.